Welcome to That's Good Sports. I'm Brandon. It's June 1st, so why the hell isn't Aaron Rodgers my Broncos quarterback yet, Perna? I was promised Aaron Rodgers on June 1st, and all I got was more Julio Jones trade rumors. Julio Jones, Aaron Rodgers. Julio Jones, Aaron Rodgers. They seem like the only two NFL players on earth right now, but Danielle Hunter, Zach Ertz, Landon Collins, and even Jalen Smith or Leighton Vander Esch could be traded now that we have passed the important June 1st date. A date usually reserved for teachers to have their stomachs pumped after getting blackout drunk for 3 straight days to conclude an entire year of trying to teach shitty kids information they have no desire to learn. Today, I will predict where the aforementioned players may land. We will enjoy just how stupid NBA fans are, and I will remind you, Dan Snyder is still an evil troll, no matter what his team does to try and repeal that image. That's good sports. If you love your mother, do not subscribe to this YouTube channel. Today's episode is sponsored by buyraycon.com/thatsgood, which will save you 15% when you use my link below. Raycon's noise isolating earbuds fit perfectly into my head. It's almost like co-founder Ray J snuck into my room when I was sleeping and took molds of my ears. Since I was not drafted to play in the NFL again, I'll be using my Raycons to train, and train like a beast. And also to whisk my mind away while washing a never-ending train of baby bottles. You have 45 days to test out your Raycons. If you don't like them, you can return them. That's more time than it takes most football teams to end their playoff chances. Raycon's wireless earbuds come in a variety of colors that match whichever wigs you choose for your hot summer look. Those are totally my ears. So click my link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/thatsgood to get 15% off of Raycon earbuds, which are already half the price of other premium earhole speakers. I'm sure everyone saw the All Elite Wrestling clip featuring Urban Meyer this weekend. Well, I present to you a Chiefs Super Bowl meme. Patrick Mahomes, Chiefs receivers in the Super Bowl. I am now convinced, though, that the only reason the Jaguars hired head coach Urban Meyer is for publicity. Their entire team is now a giant publicity stunt, which I support because we do need a reason to watch Jaguars football. Urban Meyer signs Tim Tebow, who is a touchdown machine in unpadded practice, and now that head coach is participating in WWE stunts. Look, if this is what you wanted, Jacksonville, you could have hired me to coach the Jags, and it would have been a hell of a lot cheaper. Plus, I would have traded the first overall pick for a king's ransom, I would have started Gardner Minshew, and I wouldn't have blown that first round pick on Travis Etienne. I would have coached every game in a mankini, and somehow I'd still be less of a joke than the Texans. The Houston Texans now have the most eclectic backfield I have ever seen. They just signed former Patriots running back Rex Burkhead, who will join David Johnson, Mark Ingram, Phillip Lindsay, and Dontrell Hilliard in the backfield. I tried hard to think of a joke here, but then I saw this Warren Sharp tweet, and I think he said it best. The Texans officially have both the NFL's oldest roster and the NFL's worst roster. If Urban Meyer's Jaguars don't finish ahead of the Texans in the division, he should be fired. Okay, Memorial Weekend. All we heard about were Julio Jones trade rumors. They flooded Twitter faster than the waters that forced Noah to build that ark. It was imminent, according to every sports reporter trying to work instead of enjoying the long fucking weekend. And here we are, Tuesday, June 1st, and Julio Jones is still a Falcon and Aaron Rodgers is still a Packer. Well, at least we know that Julio has narrowed down his potential trade destinations to 20 teams. According to Jason Moore, here are the 20 teams that Julio could be traded to. The Titans, the Chargers, the Broncos. You know what? This will be quicker if I just list the teams he's not going to. The Falcons, the Chiefs, the Texans, the Dolphins, the Bills, the Jets, the Lions, the Buccaneers, the Giants, and the Cowboys. Everyone else is officially in the running though. So congratulations, and may the best team with the second rounder and sufficient cap space win. If Julio wants to join a circus, the Jaguars do have the most cap space in the league, and they have the draft picks for the deal. The Denver Broncos have $10 million more in cap space today, and now second most in the league due to the money they recouped from the Jawan James release. The Bills converted $11.7 million of Stephon Diggs' salary into a signing bonus, creating $7.8 million in cap space. But I think Buffalo may be interested in a different ball catcher. As it stands, the Seahawks and the Titans appear to be the front runners in the Julio Jones sweepstakes. If true, Julio is essentially trying to decide which terrible defense he wants to let him down in the postseason. Tennessee's or Seattle's. And as I mentioned in the intro, there are some players who could be traded now that the money will make sense for their teams. I want to quickly predict where these players will land, based on extensive research I have done here at Thatsgoodsports. We've got Zach Ertz, Eagles tight end. Ertz's departure from the Eagles has been long anticipated, and it's become pretty much inevitable now that trading Ertz will save the Eagles $8.5 million in cap space. One of the destinations that makes a ton of sense would actually be Buffalo, who did not draft a tight end this year. Or you've got the Colts, where he could reunite with both Carson Wentz and Frank Reich. 9 years later, the Colts would finally be getting the right Stanford tight end. Oh, Colby Fleener. Now, I think the Stephon Diggs restructure signals that the Bills could possibly be a leader for Ertz's services, and not just because I really want to see him there. Buffalo has said, though, that this move is to free up cap space for the next season so they can get Josh Allen's contract done. All I know is if I'm Billy, I'm not sending any more players to help out the coach I let get away. My prediction, Ertz goes to Buffalo and gives them, the Bills, not the Chiefs, the scariest offense in the AFC. Then you've got edge rusher Danielle Hunter. Hunter wants a new contract from the Vikings, and he's earned that payday, but his season ended before it even started with a herniated disc in his neck. Unlike, say, Deshaun Watson, Hunter has not demanded a trade, he's just demanded to get paid. The Vikings must assess the injury risk if they want to extend him, which is my official prediction. Trading away a player of his caliber where you won't get the appropriate value while also making your defense worse is not a good strategic move. Minnesota freed up about $4 million in cap space today, but I do believe they get a new contract worked out with Hunter, and hopefully his injury is not an issue. Then you've got Landon Collins, Washington safety. Landon Collins has a cap hit of $16.9 million this year. And after Collins tore his Achilles last season, a 7th-round rookie, Cam Curl, stepped in and played at least as well as Collins, if not better. There's been some speculation that Washington could move Collins to linebacker, but he told the Washington Post that's not something he's interested in doing, even though he plays safety like a linebacker. Washington also signed Bobby McCain this offseason, making the safety room even more crowded. So it's possible Collins could be dealt to a team with a need at the position. Obviously, I would call up the Seahawks and see how many first-rounders they'd give you before moving on to other teams, say like the Colts, who might need an extra safety after parting ways with Malik Hooker and have the cap room to take at least a big chunk of his contract. So yeah, fuck it, I'll say Collins goes to the Colts. Then we've got linebackers Jalen Smith or Leighton Vander Esch in Dallas. Now these trade rumors emerged as soon as Dallas drafted Micah Parsons in the first round. Which is weird because the Jalen Smith trade rumors started because he may have been offered to the Dolphins in part of a trade package that would have allowed Dallas to move up to draft corner Patrick Surtain. So the Cowboys were going to give away a linebacker to get a corner. Instead, they got another linebacker. And are now trying to get rid of one of those extra linebackers. Oh, Cowboys know what they're doing. This would be a tough break, though, for Jalen Smith, who just dropped 6 figures to buy out all of his pre-existing number 54 jerseys just so he could switch to the number 9. His old college number and Tony Romo's old number. I hope the Cowboys front office tried to talk him out of that purchase if they do end up getting rid of him, because that would be messed up. I think Leighton Vander Esch, though, is the more likely tradable player at this point. The Steelers could be a real trade partner, and if I'm Dallas, I'm more excited about the combo of Smith and Parsons than I am of Vander Esch and Parsons. Vander Esch could return to his rookie form with the Steelers, who actually know how to coach a fucking defense. Smith and Vander Esch looked like one of the best linebacking duos in the league back in 2018. And then, one of the worst in 2020. My guess is Vander Esch gets traded to Houston, though, for some reason. And yes, we still have some shirts available at BenchwarmerBrew.com. This is the sand color. And as always, our coffee, Benchwarmer Brew. Only kind of coffee you want a French kiss. And it's not even a French roast. NBA fans they're getting out of control. I know it's been a long time since we've been allowed to attend games as fans in person, but you have got to fight the urge to throw shit at players exiting the court. Otherwise, you're gonna get banned for life. Now, it started with a fan who threw popcorn at Russell Westbrook, then a fan threw a water bottle at Kyrie Irving, and then a fan ran onto the floor in Washington, which was actually funny since he has the vertical of Peyton Manning. As these incidents, though, continue to happen, we're seeing the NBA ban these players from attending games for life. And in the case of the Celtics fan, getting arrested and then charged with assault and battery by means of a dangerous weapon. A water bottle. That should go over well in jail. What are you in for? Throwing a water bottle at one of the greatest athletes on the planet? Did you at least hit him? No. Alright, give me your shoes and your dessert for a week, bitch. Welcome to prison. And yes, I agree, a water bottle is now a dangerous weapon. But only because he didn't throw it in recycling. That Pacific garbage patch is getting out of control. It's gonna ruin the whole planet. The Washington football team became one of 7 NFL teams to have a full-time director of wellness and clinical services on staff. This is in an effort to provide better mental health resources for players and staff, which is great. But knowing this is for the Washington football team, 100% of Dr. Roberts' new job will be trying to unfuck everything Dan Snyder has already fucked up. This is the same team that just settled a $1.6 million sexual misconduct case against Dan Snyder in December. The number one reason Dan Snyder's employees need mental health help is Dan Snyder. In all seriousness, this is a nice step in the right direction that I think all 32 teams should try to take. But it's always funny when Washington treats the symptoms and not the disease that is their douchebag owner. Now, Aaron Rodgers still is not a Broncos quarterback, and the June 1st window for him to be traded is officially open. Pro Football Talk posted an article discussing the idea that the Packers won't trade Rodgers simply because they do not believe he will not play for them in 2021. They also reaffirmed that the only 2 teams who would be interested in Rodgers are the Broncos and the Raiders. I think that's bullshit because there are 31 other NFL teams who could upgrade their QB position with Aaron Rodgers, including the Chiefs. My point, Even if a team has a good QB, I imagine there'd be a handful willing to deal those good QBs in a package to get Rodgers. Also, knowing Aaron Rodgers looked like this the last time the Raiders won a playoff game makes me believe there's no chance in hell Rodgers ends up in Vegas. Wait. Oh no. Oh, no. No. Aaron Rodgers to the Raiders. Oh, that's fucking confirmed. How could he not go to the Raiders with that haircut? Oh no, that is a perfect fit. How did I not see this? Thanks for watching That's Good Sports. Please subscribe here on YouTube. Don't forget, if we get 1,000 followers at Benchwarmer Brew on Twitter, I'm gonna give away some coffee. So follow us there. Click the video on the screen to watch more.